Hello and welcome to easyodds.com. My name is Ross Casey. I'm here with the horse racing extraordinaire, that is Jake Johns, to talk about the Sicily Isles Chase at Sandown. It's a Grade 1 chase, so it's a huge betting race for us, and Jake will be trying to find the best prices available using the Easy Odds service. But before we go into that, let's go into last week's video briefly, where we spoke about the Skybet chase, where he found a horse that finished 4th in a race where Skybet themselves were paying out for the top 5 at 10 to 1.
Top 5 was really good from Skybet. Ran a good race. The conditions were atrocious, absolutely terrible. Probably wants a little better ground than that. Most horses will turn into a slog. I would watch him for next time. I think he's going to run a big race at some point. He jumped quite well as well. He needs to go that way round. Other selection didn't go as well as planned. I think he needs better ground. But yeah, it was all right. It was
10 to 1 each way winner.
10 to 1 each way winner. My other tips on Saturday weren't great, so that was one of my only high points of the day. Obviously, it was Cheltenham Trials Day as well. A couple of interesting points. Obviously, unbelievably sad passing of Many Clouds after he courageously got past Thistlecrack in the Cotswolds Chase. What a race! Unbelievable race. She just puts everything on the line, that horse. It was one of the saddest moments I've seen at a racecourse. The atmosphere was obviously very, very sombre. It was awful, but Fort's Guide to Connections, obviously, with that one, they obviously had a fantastic horse there. Thistlecrack got beaten, didn't jump that well, I didn't think. Turned into a real slog, got beaten by one of the best stayers in the game. I think he did stay the trip, but he didn't stay it as well as I would have wanted. I would say at the prices now, quick little hint at what my tips are going to be for the Gold Cup, because obviously I've tipped up Thistlecrack already, but obviously that was a long time ago. I got it pretty much 7 to 1, so if anyone who got him then, that's still a good price. But at the prices now, I mean, I'm not one of those people that's just follow a horse off a cliff. And if from future evidence, he's jumped badly twice at Cheltenham. Well, not badly, but not
much
great.
Like your tip from last year in the Gold Cup, where you stuck with him.
Yeah, I stuck with him. That was all right though. Don Cossack, he won, but this time you have to. I got some new evidence. Like, I'm not just going to be like, I'm going to ignore that and just go through with Thistlecrack anyway, even though he's 9 to 4 favourite still. Don't think that's a very good price, so I'll be looking for someone else. But I'm not going to write it yet because there's a few big races coming up. But just to let you know, other races on the card. You know what I mean, Harry won again. People still grabbing him before the race. They're like, he's no chance. He's a pretender. Won on the bridle. Barry Gary doing the classic look under the arm. He looks to stay as hurdle winner to me. Backed him at 16 to 1 before even his first race of the season, when he went down in the weights after his Albert Bartlett win. Down in the handicap after winning a Grade 1 Albert Bartlett.
Very, very good.
And 16 to 1. How about that? But anyway. This week is the Sicily Isles Chase. Have you been to the Sicily Isles?
Never been to the Sicily Isles.
I have, weirdly. You have to go there on a helicopter.
Oh, okay.
From Penzance.
I will say that the C isn't needed, and it would be a much better name if it was just called the Sicily Isles.
It's or S-I-L-L-Y. Sicily Isles. It's silly. You have to go there on a helicopter. But
I'm loving banter.
But it is badly, it's not a fan of the spelling. But anyway, it's Grade 1 chase at Sandown on Saturday. Novice chase, 1 over 2.5 miles. Bristol Demai won it last year, on way to placing 2nd in the JLT, obviously.
Yeah.
This year's renewal looks really competitive on paper. Bouverdere was set to run here, but he will be rerouted to the Champion Hurdle, which is obviously cut up massively.
Okay.
Fahim was supposed to run on Sunday, pulled a muscle, he didn't run, don't know what's going on with him. I'll be wanting to take him on if he goes to Cheltenham first time out with all these injury setbacks. Jan Worth isn't running at Sandown on Saturday either, because he's had a small niggling injury. Who's going to run the Champion Hurdle? It's going to be like a handicap. No one has that. It is just completely open. The moon race for 40 to 1 is looking good. But Bouverdere is going to be rerouted over hurdles. Very interesting for Nick Henderson. So he probably won't be running here, which I'm a bit annoyed about because I would have taken him on anyway. I don't think his jumping was that good last time. So that's annoying. That's put the prices for the one that I want to tip a little bit short, but whatever. Connections of Bristol Demai have won this race for the last 2 years, and they have Top Notch and Callet Mad currently entered in this. Top Notch is more likely to run than Callet Mad, and he's shorter in the betting, so we'll concentrate on him. He looked decent over fences so far this season. Obviously, he was alright as a juvenile. He only just did enough last time in a weaker race than this. He gets his ground here, but I'm willing to take him on with a couple of interesting types in this race. So far, Paul Nicholls won the race from 2006 to 2009, every single one, 4 in a row. He's got 4 of the 12 runners entered at the moment, although he said Politlog isn't going to run, which is why it's probably about 10 to 1. I think La Presienne is slightly underrated as well. He can put up a big performance, but he's a bit short for me at 7 to 2. The one I like is the favourite, Clan des Obeaux. Like people might say, you just said 7 to 2 is a bit short for you, but it's all about value. And I think 7 to 4 is all right value for Clan des Obeaux. I put him up for the JLT bet, for the JLT if the ground gets soft at Cheltenham. And it's definitely going to be soft at Sandown on Saturday. He obviously possesses so much talent. He's got a lot of speed. He was a decent juvenile. Couldn't have been more impressive on a second chase start at Newbury, where he absolutely bolted up by 10 lengths. The form of that race isn't brilliant, but he couldn't have been more impressive. He jumps quickly and efficiently on the whole, but he can be prone to an odd random error mistake, which is something that cost him the race probably at Cheltenham last time behind Whisper. I would say he was definitely going the better of the 2 horses. When he pecked badly on landing in the second last, almost sent Santos and Davies out the side door. Whisper quickly gained a couple of lengths on him then. Our horse, Clan des Obeaux, was vigorously ridden after that fence, completely off of his rhythm. But he stayed on well to only go down by half a length. I think if he didn't make that mistake, he probably would have won and would be a lot shorter for the JLT than he is now. Whisper is, I think, almost half the price, and he's not getting any younger. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Clan des Obeaux reversed the form. It's probably going to be good to soft, which will be okay at Cheltenham. I'm talking about JLT. I don't know what I'm doing.
Shut up! Just shut up, you idiot!
But anyway, I think at Cheltenham, I think he could reverse the form as long as they get a bit of juice in the ground. The only concern I have with him slightly is 2 of his best runs by miles have been at Newbury. He's still very lightly raced, so that isn't a massive worry at the moment. But if he keeps on only performing at Newbury, he might just be a one-track horse.
Yeah.
But I want to see him run really, really well here. I reckon he might get 2 to 1 on the day anyway, so I reckon maybe leave it until the declarations come out. But yeah, I think he's alright at 7 to 4 at the moment. 2 to 1 would be a good price. So just wait until the day and then try and get him then. Clan des Obeaux, 7 to 4 at the moment.
So that's the selection there from Jake Johns, and of course he was talking a lot about the Cheltenham Festival in that preview, and we have got our app available now. Whether you're on Android or on iOS, that is available to download. It's really important to get the early prices, as Jake has pointed out, because prices will plunder if you're going for a favourite, or if you fancy an outsider, then you can use that odds comparison service where bookmakers will give pretty differing prices on those kind of horses. So it's really important to get the Easy Odds Cheltenham app, which is available to download now. Jake will put up a flashy video somewhere around here for you, so you can have a quick breeze as to what's in there. There's tips, there's odds, there's videos, including the viral sensation that is racing blogger from his cameo all over Twitter last night, where he was pretty angry at the Arsenal performance.
And the Arsenal fans were angry at him. It got about 1,000 retweets of just him shouting at Arsenal. Yep. It's pretty crazy, but it's quite funny. I think you should probably look at it.
Absolutely. So there's plenty of reasons to download the app, not least because we're going to have some offers of big price favourites, probably getting some pretty big enhanced prices, as well as some non-runner, no-bet offers from partners as well. There's usually, closer that we get to the festival, you'll get a fuller insurance also. So there's all kinds of offers to get, as well as the free bet offers. So if you haven't opened up an account with the likes of, say for example, Bet at Home, they'll give you, at the moment I think it's a £20 free bet just for opening an account. So why not put it on one of Jake's selections for a free bet? That's always a great idea ahead of Cheltenham. So there's plenty of reasons to download the Cheltenham app, as well as of course the generic Easy Odds app, where there's plenty more content, not just Cheltenham led there, the likes of my football tips, Jake's horse racing tips, or even Owen Folder's A-League tips, because A-League is getting bigger and bigger.
And the Super Bowl.
And the Super Bowl is this weekend,
Sunday.
so Owen will be doing that as well. So if you fancy any of that, then download the Easy Odds app. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and give plenty of comments on the views on the Sicily Isles Chase to Jake in the comments section below. Thanks very much for watching. My name is Ross Casey. This is Jake Johns.
See you later, guys. Bye bye.